what is this? What do we have here? Oh, it's just been delivered as, yes. This is an unboxing of a box. So what have we got in the box? And I bought this box with my own money, that I did, yes. I spent money. And why did we buy this box? Because inside this box there is something that is going to make our lives a little bit more energetic. Or less energetic, because we'll do less work. But anyway, it should be a generator. Yes, a little generator, a little suitcase-style generator. Now, I used to have one of them little suitcase Honda generators, little 1000-watt one, and that was a great little thing, except the problem with it is it wasn't an inverter generator, that particular one. It's quite old, we had it for a long time. And with all these electronics, you must make sure that your generator is an inverter that has pure sine wave. Otherwise, you can bugger up your electronics, that you can. You don't want to bugger up your electronics. So first what we have some air, which happens to have some tools. There's a little toolkit that there is. There's a little petrol generator. I would like to obviously have something that didn't require petrol, but unfortunately that isn't in our budget. And also, that's a little spade. I imagine that's for filling it. Maybe for the oil, I imagine. And then we've got another little bag here, which looks like it's possibly... Oh no, this is the cover. You get a cover to cover your generator. Keep the dust off, a dust cover. Let's take that over there. Now this particular little generator is quite light, which is what we wanted, because we're going to use it for the camper. That's what we're going to do. Our camper is, we do a lot of like free camping, so we try and keep off sites the best that we can, so we tend to end up being on just air camps and places like that which don't have any electricity there or anything like that, so we rely on our battery power and our inverters and stuff. We might need to recharge our batteries, hence the generator, or we might need to run something that requires a little bit more power. Now this little generator, I can't remember which one it is now, I think it's 1400 watt, they can run at 1200 continuous, if I remember rightly. I might be wrong, but we'll check in a moment. And it's by MaXpeedingRODS. What? Needless to say, it's Chinese, alright? Okay, there it is. And it's one of the ones that are all over Amazon, because it's the only one that we found delivery was, well, that's free delivery. So, and the price was good. Now, it isn't always good as prices on Amazon, to be fair, but this was. It cost €240 for this little generator, and it's quite a neat little unit, as you can see. Right, so we have obviously our filler cap. I doubt it comes with oil already in it. Normally you have to fill these things up, because obviously it's being transported by the post, and yeah, needless to say, the courier and what have you, they don't want oil everywhere, do they? And if it's been put on its side, you are potentially going to get oil everywhere. The first impressions, it feels nicer made than it looked in the pictures, if I'm not honest about it. It's obviously got plastic covers inside. There'll be an engine, so if we remove this cover on the side here, inside there we've got a little petrol engine, right? You can get diesel ones, whatever. You can get gas powered, LPG powered generators, but we didn't want anything too big. This is ideal. There goes, talk about well, it's not a generator, it's a compressor. Right? It's generating compressed air running in the background though. But we want something that we can easily lift. You see? It's only weighs 11 kilos, so it don't weigh a lot, does it? No. Ideal. So I reckon that you have to clean the filter, the air filler, every 50 hours. It's not going to be used very much, if I'm honest about it. Probably do it more good to be used a bit more. There's the exhaust, right? Now we're going to mount this in the camper very simply, so we just push it into place, and it has a little place to slot into. I'm going to build a cover around it, which will be insulated, so for soundproofing. Make sure it's on a soundproof base. But then I've got to deal with this exhaust here as well. You see a little hole there? That is the exhaust. So currently there's a little clamp on there, alright, just like a little Jubilee clip. I'll take that off and I'll get, what I'll do is I'll have a, there's two ways I can do this to get rid of the fumes. I can use a little electric fan, like a ducting fan, and expel it through the floor that way. So basically it goes into the air and it goes sucked straight down, alright? Don't even need to pipe it, alright? But it would be better to pipe it, fair enough. And the other option is to literally just have a pipe that runs on them and pushes through a hole. That's the other way of doing it, isn't it? But if I ever want to take it out of the back there, I'm really hoping it's going to be good enough just to leave in place, you know? And if we want to use it for the house for any reason, we shouldn't need to because we've already got a generator for the house. And also the house, we produce about 70% of our electricity through solar and wind. So, yeah, we're on the grid, but we also have our solar panels, which are very helpful indeed, especially when everything is so blooming costly at the moment. So what you've got here, this is your fuel switch. Currently it's off in the vertical position, on, which should be that way. That's on, that way. Off, that way. Now I imagine oil, that's going to be oil or air on this. That's the air filter. What's that on this side? Another little cover on this side. Ah, there's the oil, okay? So you need to make sure you've got oil in there. Oh, it looks like it's already got oil in it. That's surprising. Normally they run them without oil in. Now make sure it settles for a bit and make sure you have actually got enough oil in it and it wasn't just put in for the purpose of testing. So make sure there's enough oil. Change your oil every 20 hours, it says here. 20 hours? Oh, for the first month. I basically got to run it in. That makes sense actually, because you can get little metal particles in the oil. So it's not going to be a lot of oil, is it? And it's just going to be ordinary, well, you could use semi-synthetic or mineral oil. I should use any oil, really. Cooking oil. No, don't do that! Don't do that! No. So it has got oil in it. Right? It won't have petrol in it. But it has got oil in it. I'll test that later. I'll make another video and test it. But this particular one is the MXR1500 and it will run, the maximum power is 1200 watts, the peak power 1200 watts, which is okay for us in a camper, and continuous power is 1000 watts. So I'll do another video later and I'll test that with some tools and see whether or not I can run to those wattages comfortably. Because it'll look, the revs will go up and it'll try and produce more power automatically, kind of thing. As it gets more draw, this will work harder to cope. The oil is just 1030 oil. Make sure it's filled before operating. I'll double check that before I do that. And on the front here, you've got your sockets that you have. So we've got, in this case, we've got a European socket, an EU style socket there. It looks like it's also potentially, hang on, that looks, to me, that looks like a Spanish style socket, not a French one. Oh, it won't matter. It won't matter. And the reason why it doesn't matter is because there's no earth. You'd have to provide your own earth from here. And then it comes to the earth to there and there. Now, French sockets, I'll find one. I need a French plug. Where's one? No, not that one. That one. Oh no, they do have. Oh, they're universal, that's fine. So we can use a French style plug in there. But obviously, wherever you are, you'll be supplied whatever socket is for your area, your region, your country. So to start it, you just switch the engine side on. You've got an eco switch here if you want to as well. I don't know what that's for. Probably knocks the revs down low, maybe. I don't know. You've got a USB on here, and then you've got an AC trip switch on there, like a little RCD, residual current device. It's a dual 2.1 amp 5 volts USB charge on there. You've got overload protection, oil light, and obviously alternating current, whether or not you're producing an alternating current at all. Yeah, so hopefully, nice big, I've got nice big rubber feet. That's good. The bolts hold the engine to the unit. This is an inverter style unit. I'm not keen on how this has gone together there. Feels like it should be tighter on the front there. So that's, can you see there's a bit of a gap just there? I don't think that get, like, you mean, I don't like that. But that don't really matter, I suppose. Just me being pedantic. You've got your air vent on the top here, so you can turn it on and off for the air vent for your... Because if you've got this inside somewhere, you don't want it to be venting into your room, does it? Do you? The air vent also got a fuel level indicator in your little filter. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You don't always get that, so that basically will show you where you fill it up to. So that's pretty cool. On here you've got the vent, because when you're sucking the fuel out of the tank, you need to put air in. Obviously, that's what the vent is for. There's on a lot of devices, automatic. You have like a lot of rubber gasket inside the fuel cap. With this one, because they don't want it to vent into the space, you've got an actual on and off that you have. So that makes a lot of sense. It's apparently recyclable. If you ever want to recycle it, go onto this. Yeah, recyclable. Dispose. You got to take back to the shop for it to be recycled. And on the side here, obviously I've got about the power done already. Rated voltage is 230 volts. Obviously depends where you are. Rated current is 4.3 amps. The frequency is 50 hertz, which is standard, isn't it, for electrics in Europe, including the UK. DC output 5 volts, 1 amp, 2.1. Now you could use this in the UK, but you have to use an adapter. But make sure the polarity is the right way round. Now some things don't matter with polarity. You know, a lot of modern products don't matter at all. Electric devices, but some do, especially older stuff. I just like to be pedantic, but make sure that, say for instance, my live is always on the right, for instance, on the plug. It's a Class A, Performance Class G1, COP Power Factor 1, and it weighs 11.5 kilos, and it meets the standards of ISO 852813. And needless to say, it's made in China, like absolutely everything. It's rated at 95 decibels, but they reckon it runs at about 60 decibels for the actual noise. So I suppose it peaks at 95. But anyway, we'll see how I get on with it, you know. And it might provide me and a day of misters a little bit extra power when we take the camper in the winter when the solar panels aren't going to be working as well. Ow! I just walked into something. So that is the MaXpeeding inverter generator, pure sine wave, MXR1500, €246 at the moment on Amazon. It's got a slight discount on it. Normally it's about $260. Anyway, time for me to go. Say toodaloo, you know. Toodaloo.